people, welcome back to the W Diary. Of course, it's me, W Girl, bringing you the gist, the entertainment, and of course, this way. Okay, this is just me having fun here. But this is my second video for the month of December, and I'd like to say a big thank you to everybody that has been watching, that has subscribed, both the new, the old. All of you, I thank you so much. I'm really appreciative of your efforts and your comments and your suggestions. God bless all of you. So for today's episode, no, I'm not going to be talking about prayer. Today's episode, I'm going to be talking about weddings. Not weddings like wedding ceremonies, but something relating to weddings. Just stay tuned and find out the W Diary. And today we're going to be talking about wedding rings, or more specifically engagement rings. Now, a lot of I noticed towards the end of 2017 here in Nigeria, I'm Nigerian, just for the record, a lot of weddings happened. You see like vendors, photographers, the event planners, the cake, all the glitz and glams and all of that, and nobody tells you what happened before that. Nobody tells you how to do anything before that. So I thought I'll be a little bit helpful, being that I'm your fairy godmother. Of course I am. I decided to do a little bit of research on engagement rings. Yeah. A lot of people just think that, oh, engagement ring, I'll walk into a store and anyone I like, I pick. The engagement ring is not for you, brother. It's for the girl. So you have to take into consideration certain factors when picking your engagement ring. So I made a list right here. I'm not going to show you because I have awful writing, but okay, so I made a list of 8 things you have to consider when selecting a wedding ring. Then at the end of the video, I'm going to be talking about my top 5 jewelers or places where you can get wedding ring in Nigeria. Of course, you can get the link to everything I'm going to be talking about in the description box below. I'm going to fill my description box this time around, I promise. You're going to be getting the links, the Instagram links, the email, the email address, everything in my description box, okay? I'm going to make it detailed. I am. I promise. Okay, so number 1, when picking an engagement ring, you have to establish a budget. I'm all about saving money. Like, I don't like spending money. I feel weird. Like, there's this feeling that happens when you spend money, especially when it's a large amount of money. And to be honest, there's this thing that they say in pidgin, good soup na money kill am. Of course, in order to get anything good, you have to spend the money. Of course, you have to make a budget before you spend in order not to go over. There are different rings for different prices, but yeah, you have to weigh your options. Make a budget. If you're gonna spend between 100 to 200,000 naira or dollars, or depending on what country you are from, but make a budget, a real budget that you can afford. Please do not break the bank to buy an engagement ring. Please do not, because you're going to pay for the wedding. She probably will not wear the engagement ring after she gets the wedding band, so depending on the kind of person she is. So hey, let's be wise about that. So number 2, make it a surprise. This is a one in a lifetime kind of thing. We don't pray for divorce, we don't pray for death in a marriage, so it's a one in a lifetime kind of thing. So you have to make it a surprise. Taking your lady or your partner, guy, girl, whichever one, taking your partner to pick out an engagement ring just kills that whole element of surprise. Like, it's not exactly creative. You know, you have to let the creative juices like flow. Be the man, be romantic, okay? Be 007 about this. Go undercover, pick a ring by yourself. Make it a surprise, okay? Number 3, of course, find out her size. I am a size 6. If you're gonna be proposing, hello. Of course, I'm size 6. You have girls of size 8, size 12. There are different sizes. So before you go ahead to buy a ring, an engagement ring or a wedding band, please make sure you know her size. It's quite simple. Buy her something like this. Now these come in different forms and different types, and they come with a tag that shows you the size. So you can buy a size, if you're looking at her fingers, they're small, you can buy size 6, 8 to 10. Just buy those 3 sizes and have a try now. Whichever one fits, there you have it. Fairy godmother. Okay, so number 4, find out her style. Every girl has her own individual style, and as her style varies, she might want something different. Not everybody would like the huge ring with the diamonds here, holding their hand like this. Not everybody would like that. Some people like something simple. I'd like something simple, okay? I don't want to get mugged because I'm wearing my engagement ring. Don't kill me, it's just a ring. Okay, so you have to find out her style, okay? If she likes something classy, if she would like a colored jewel on her, or a colored stone on her ring, if she would like a diamond cut, if she would like a princess cut, if she would like something oval, just basically find out her style. There are ways to find out, and for ladies it's quite easy to find out what they like. Just rummage through her jewelry box or take note of the kind of jewelry she wears. If she likes the flashy, the 1000 carats kind of thing, just know she likes the big things. You gotta feel that in, okay? But if you cannot afford it, do the best your money can buy. It's the thought that counts, not all of that. So next on my list is select the band. Now all rings, or most rings, are divided into the band, which is this thing that goes around the finger, and of course the stone. Before you buy an engagement ring, be sure you know what you want. Do you want a gold, a platinum? Do you want a titanium? Do you want just raw metal? What kind of band do you want? You have to go to a proper jeweler. Don't go to just any store and pick anything, okay? It's an investment. It can be passed on to your children, so think of it as an investment. It's a business opportunity. My name. Okay, so think of what kind of band you want and stick with it. It's always good to have 1 or 2 options, like option A, option B. So if your gold doesn't go well, you can pick a titanium. Plus, a lot of people exhibit allergic reactions to certain kinds of metal. Like I exhibit skin reactions to certain kind of metals. So you have to be sure that whatever you're going to be putting on her finger is not going to land her in the hospital. Good. Okay, so next, number 6. Selecting a quality diamond. Now, let me go in depth, small. Okay, so select the quality diamond or stone. You have to take into consideration the 4 C's, which are cut, color, clarity, and carat. I'm going to take that again. Cut, color, clarity, and of course carat. We all know, we hear about carat a lot, okay? If you've read books or stuff like that, you hear about the word carat. You'd even see on, if you buy quality gold and all of that, you'd see carat. It's sorry. Okay, so of our 4 C's, I'm going to be taking them one by one so we get a better understanding. Number 1 is cut. When we talk about cut, we don't mean the shape. We mean the angles in which the diamond or your stone is being cut. It doesn't have to be a diamond, okay? But I'm going to be using diamond as an example for this video. So your cut basically means the angles at which it is cut. Raw materials, before it gets into that cute heart shape, or before it gets into that cute circular or that diamond, you know, that prismatic shape, you have to take it to a jeweler. The raw diamond, you have to take it to a jeweler who will then cut it. Now, basic rule: the smoother the cut, or the more advanced the cut, or the better the cut, the more expensive it's probably going to be. And the better the cut, or the more precise the cut, the more light your diamond can reflect. Yes, it does affect the quality of your stone, okay? So go for a well cut jewelry, okay, or the jewelry, okay. It's gonna help. I'm running out of breath. Okay, so color. When we're talking about color, depending on what you're picking, take a diamond for instance, or a turquoise stone, or a black opal, or any of those stones or rocks or minerals, if you want to use that word, but I'm not a science student, okay, so I'll skip that. But take a diamond, okay. A diamond is supposed to be clear, but most people do not know that there are different grades. Now a proper jeweler will explain this to you. There are different grades. It's graded from D to Z, letter D to letter Z, zebra, from D dot to Z. Okay, so D is for the colorless, like the pristine ones that we see, the princesses and all of those, where the ones that really have that wal effect. Okay, so that's the really expensive ones. But as the letters move on, it gets more yellowy. So the Z is a lighter yellow. Now we have white diamonds, which are most common in most stores because they're easier to handle, they're cheaper, and of course white diamonds, they look cute. So you don't have to break the bank getting a totally transparent or colorless diamond. You can get your D, you can get any of your other grades. You can even get a light yellow depending on what your lady would like. Okay, so yeah, moving on to the next one, which is clarity. Clarity. So when we're talking about clarity, we're talking about the perfection in that jewelry, in the stone. You understand what I mean, right? Okay, so a diamond is supposed to be clear, without stones, without cracks, without all of those tiny things in it. So most imperfections you cannot see with your naked eyes. You have to go under the scope and check it out. And ideally in a proper jewelry store or with a proper jeweler, you get to do that. They allow you to do that, so you see what you're actually buying. Okay, so the color, the color clarity, you have to make sure whatever you're buying, whatever you're putting your money into, money is precious. Yes, it is. Makes the world go round. Whatever you're going to be spending your money on, make sure that it is of good clarity. You don't want to buy something that you cannot use as an investment. You can't pass down to your children because it's of inferior quality. You don't want to buy something that your bride-to-be would look at and not appreciate. I know some girls have poor home training. If the brother is proposing, please be nice enough to appreciate the effort. But of course, not everybody's like that. So you have to make sure that you are putting this into consideration. Clarity. So the next one is carat. Carat is basically the weighing units, or the unit used to weigh a stone, a jewelry. Okay, so if you're buying something, the higher the carats, which is the higher the weight, the more expensive it is. It means it was crafted from better equipment, from better sources and all of that. So if you're gonna be doing something of 24 karat, the cost is gonna be different from something of 5-8 karat. So have that in mind when you're picking a ring. If you know that your budget is not up to the 24 karat, please, my brother, Jeje and Coolly, stick with your 12 or stick with your 8. Okay, when you enter a store, I noticed this, when you enter most stores, they just try to get you to buy stuff. They don't tell you the basics, they don't tell you the inside truth. Okay, so they just want you to buy. If you have this 4 C's in mind when picking a stone, of course they can't cheat you. Fairy godmother, of course. Okay, so next is select a shape. Of course, you have your diamond, you have your princess, you have your oval, you have a heart shape. Whatever shape you want, you have to pick a shape. Okay, if you want something unique, then you could talk to your jeweler. Maybe they can craft something unique for you, maybe a triangular shape or one shape that we don't know, but Hey, unique, they could talk to your jeweler. Maybe they can craft something unique for you. Maybe a triangular shape or one shape that we don't know. But hey, always have in mind a shape you want. It narrows down your search engine so that when you go into the store, you know, okay, you tell the cashier, I want a 12 carat, heart shaped, blah 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 kind of diamond. You already have it in mind, so it reduces your stay time in the store, helps you get the best out of the experience. Okay, so next is choose a setting. A setting is basically the base in which the stone is being held. If you want a setting to be arranged for you, you can talk to your jeweler. What kind of setting do you want? Do you want the stone engraved in the band? Do you want it on a stand or whatever? Whatever you want, you just talk to your jeweler. Now, with these few points of mine, I hope I've been able to help you select a better engagement ring. So, on to the main gist of the day. Yes, my top 5 jewelers in Nigeria. Okay, I'm Nigerian. I keep saying that like I'm so proud of our country, compatriots. Okay, so I'm Nigerian, so I'm gonna be doing my top 5 favorite. And I've actually gotten something from one of these people, which is I'm gonna tell you the name later. And their stuff is of good quality. You get to speak to a customer care representative that will take you through the do's and don'ts of picking, how to get your stuff, and they deliver. Woo! So you might not have to go straight to the store, depending on what you want. You might not have to go direct to the store. You can just order online, but you can get to speak to a customer care representative. So you can do all the 8 things I told you to do just without stepping out of your house. Technology, so good. Okay, so my number 1. Okay, my number 5, let me start from 5, would be Nekar Jewels in Ikeja. It's Nekar Jewels. They have a store in Ikeja, and they also have a website. You can check them out on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or any social media platform. And on the website, I'm attaching the link like down in my description box, but it's also gonna be here. Watch my hand. Okay, Nekar Jewelries. They sell basically everything jewelry you can think about, from wristbands to watches to bangles, and of course wedding and engagement rings. Keep that in mind. So number 4, we have Dainty. Now Dainty has been open for, well, I'm not so good at maths, but they have been open since 1983. Wow, that's old. So of course they have been in the business for a while and they know what they're doing. Of course, you check them out. I'm leaving the address here, but it's also in my description box below. So yeah, have fun with that. Number 3, Mandalax. Now Mandalax has a store at Ojota. So for those of us that are way inside the mainland, the Ikeja, Ogba, Ifako, Magodo areas and all of that, you can check out Mandalax at Ojota. Of course, you can get more than just your wedding rings, and they offer different options. You get to speak to your customer care representative. They deliver, they do deliveries to the house, and they have good quality things like their jewelry, and the prices are very friendly. It's very friendly. I couldn't think of any other store that has friendly prices like they do. Their prices are really cool. I don't like to spend money, so when I see a deal, I'm always happy, and Mandalax has a deal. Okay, so number 2 would be Azarai. Now I found out about Azarai online on Instagram. There's this ad that they do, and I saw this pretty ring with the blue jewels. Like I love the blue jewels. Like it was so regal, so royal, so beautiful, so pure. And they also offer delivery options. Of course, you can speak with their customer care representative, and if you go on their page on Instagram at Azarai Jewelry, okay, and if you go on their page on Instagram at Azarai Jewelry, you would see the prices attached to the pictures. Like, I love that. I don't want to have to go to your store. I don't want to have to go to your site. I love Instagram. So of course, the prices are attached there. So you don't have to go too far to get what you want. So number one on my list, my favorite of all time, is Delphi Metals. Mwah. They're good at what they do. Now Delphi Metals has a store at Surulere. Yes, Surulere. I was there the other day. They have a store at Surulere, and they also have one on the island. They have their online store or their website, www.delphimetals.com, where you can check out your rings. You have not just your engagement ring package, you can also get the engagement ring, the wedding band for the male and the female, depending on what you want. You can have everything, a 3-in-1 deal, and their deals are deals. You also get to speak to their customer care representatives. They give you a phone number, or they take your phone number and they call. And trust me, those people are persistent. Like, if you show interest, they will show interest. Customer care A1. So that's my favorite number one, Delphi Metals. So you can check out their page on Instagram at Delphi Metals on Instagram, or go to their site www.delphimetals.com. Okay, so yeah, that's basically it for me. Those are my top 5 Nigerian jewelers, and I hope you too can go check out their page. But break.